Breaking news. All right, breaking news. We're going to show you how Diddy's lawyer clapped back at the defense's case, but we're going to do a rundown when everybody else will do it. Then I wanted to come in and do it so y'all could get the real. Now, sit back, enjoy the ride, and know that they're going to break down everything as far as all the evidence that they felt acquitted Diddy of violating the RICO charge. All right. You know what it is. Unique Mecca Audio, man. We here. We're going to break this down. We got Jesse Weber with us. You already know he one of the best that ever done it. So we're going to run it back to Jesse Weber. We're going to get Jesse Weber to, break this thing down. All right.
Before deliberations, their final summation of the evidence and testimony in this case, trying to argue that Sean Diddy Combs should be found not guilty of racketeering conspiracy, not guilty of sex trafficking of Cassie Ventura Fine and Jane, and not guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. Now, the closing argument was delivered by Sean Combs' main defense attorney, Mark Agnifilo. Now, remember, this comes after the prosecution delivered their closing argument yesterday. Prosecutor Christy Slavic. She highlighted how Combs operated a criminal enterprise, that the assistants, the bodyguards, they facilitated the crimes, they covered them up, they knew what was going on. She methodically went through each and every one of the underlying predicate crimes for racketeering conspiracy. They have to prove at least two: bribery, arson, kidnapping, drug offenses, forced labor. Again, you only need two. Then there was the sex trafficking of Jane.
Remember, you need to be unanimous and specific as far as which two, because the predicates are elements of the RICO. Per Richardson, or should I say U.S. versus Richardson, you had to be unanimous.
And Cassie, it was a very strong moment yesterday to say, look, not every sexual incident is sex trafficking. And just because a victim may consent one time or two times, that doesn't mean they consent all the time. You just need one instance of sex trafficking for Sean Combs to be found guilty of it.
All right, stop. And if they find that one, right? Now, there was multiple that they testified to. But now all 12 jurors have to pick the same ones. All 12. If 11 pick this incident and one pick a different incident, he's acquitted of the charge. That's how simple and easy it is. That's why all the defense need to do now is hone in on what they intend to prove and make sure they list it on the verdict form.